Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary JB.
And I'm Kiki with me.
Misha Miss Fox Spot. Uh-oh. I can't hear it. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear that sultry voice.
Don't start.
Y'all are tuned into Curvilinear Radio. We have in the building.
Yes.
Mr. I'm messing up. Mr. Luffy.
Yeah. The one and only.
He is here. He has blessed us with some new music. I am so happy to play for you guys in a little bit.
Yeah.
And we have his beautiful mother. He's so pretty. And we have his cousin in the building, Mr. Maurice. I'm going to let y'all introduce yourselves. And so our audience can, know who you are, who you be. Introduce yourself, Mr. You first. You on the mic, sir.
It's Luffy D from the Columbus, Ohio.
Don't hold the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They can hear you.
All right. Because everybody was complaining, like, we couldn't hear you last time.
Oh, those were technical difficulties.
You got
come from the diaphragm. Yes. You'll see your voice. He was trying to reserve it.
She understands. Especially for tomorrow. Like, I got to reserve it all for tomorrow.
Okay.
What's going on tomorrow? Since you already introduced that, go ahead and speak on it.
Yes.
Well, tomorrow I'll be performing live at the Newport with DB Rock.
Okay. At the Newport?
At the Newport.
Where's that at for those who don't know?
To be honest, I don't know.
I'll look that up.
Yes, I'm going to have to look it up myself.
Okay. We'll let y'all know about that later.
Yeah, shout out to my cousin, Trouble Kid. That's who we all performing together. So, we're going to turn up for y'all.
Okay. I am so excited. I can't wait. I'm going to have to try to, and that's tomorrow?
That's tomorrow.
What time?
It opens up at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to go live. Somebody in your family going to have to go live for me so I can tag you so I can jump on and see it.
I'm going to try and roll up in there. If I got to find it first.
Baby, listen, I'm going to still be at work, so.
Is it the Newport Music Hall?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
High Street. See,
you didn't know?
Mr.
Oh, no. You know the Newport is.
Girl, baby, listen, no.
1722 North High Street.
I ain't never been to Newport. I don't miss
I've actually never been in. I've been by plenty of times. Yeah. If I have, I would have heard about all types of stuff.
I don't drive by. I don't drive.
I've been up and down High Street. I'm there too. That's how you gonna stop me trying to hurry to get off High Street. So you know, I've been down there right now. It's gonna be crazy on construction. Yeah, that's the kicker.
But yeah, I don't know. Today's subject, we're going to be talking about fathers.
Yes.
The importance of fathers in a child's life. So, baby, we're going to dig deep. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to explore some things.
Yes.
Hopefully, you guys will tune in and call in at 614-781-0754. I will let y'all know when the lines will be open. And if you do want to interrupt, I won't hang up on you. I'm just saying. Certain times that I like calls in, but I'll take them anyway.
Right. Just keep it short.
Just keep it and keep it to the point. That's all simple. I'm saying. But I want to play one of these new songs that I was blessed with. And tell me about this song. It was what was it called? Summer?
Oh, the summertime.
Because I didn't get to listen to them because you sent them to me y'all late.
Yes,
and
I forgot.
Well, good. I'm not jealous. I
don't
ever get to hear the music.
Morning, and I was like, let me hurry up and download this. So I apologize.
Basically, making this song is like made entirely from scratch.
Okay.
Like, his name is Nando Nay. In Trouble. Nando plays the piano.
Okay.
He's playing the piano. And I was messing with him. And I made a little. So he kept it. So we just kind of came up with a summertime vibe song.
Okay.
And of course, they wanted a singer on it, so I was the one that fit the part. So,
of course. Now, was this the guy that I saw you in the video with when y'all was making music?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
These little kids out here, like, I don't want to call them little kids.
I'm about to say that you ain't that far.
You still got milk on your chest over there, sir. Come on, like, right. Tell them again.
Well, I mean, the younger, like the teenagers.
Right. Okay.
These teenagers are like brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember teenagers my age, like none of us knew how to do. We just get sports and other bad stuff. I ain't gonna get into that, but these teenagers now are really talented. And that's why I'm rocking with them. Like, I'd rather rock with a teenager that's doing music than I would rock with a grown person that ain't doing nothing.
That's very true.
I like that. So we're going to go ahead and jump into
it. Yeah, let's hear some Summertime.
Summertime.
Summertime, when I'm feeling good, got you feeling right, got your legs on and it feeling tight, so I'm beating down, got you feeling nice, so I'm beating fine. Why is you looking so good? Sometimes fitting just like it's your weird. Summertime, when I'm feeling good, got you feeling nice. This trouble was real, well I do this for real. I was hungry, not feasting, just trying to get me a meal. I didn't tell all these niggas that I ain't signing no deal unless they talk in the middle. Then I'm leaving that field, money motivated, educated, the light that I face, and I see the devil when these niggas, people watching and chasing. I ain't worried about no fame, I'm just chasing this paper. I'm chasing this paper where you can bring it to me like waiters. People always taking pictures on the bottom with Henny. I run the game like a forest, I ain't looking for Jenny. I'm just trying to make this money, trying to stack all these pennies and niggas see it, making cash, and now these niggas gon' give me. I was broke, I was all alone. Now you smelling money, that be my cologne, yeah. Hey, one time, grind this slow, you gon' play this song on the radio. Summertime, motherfucker, what you feel right? Got your leggings on and they feeling tight, so I'm getting down, but you can't nice, girl, get on it. Why did you look at so good? Sometimes fitting just like it's your weird. Summertime, motherfucker, got you feeling right? Got your leggings on, they feel tight, so I'm getting down, so Lil' mama come and tell me how we got to this goddamn place. Crib so big, got a pool with it. Shorty so close, give me 2 minutes. Crib so big, you look cool with it. House so big, got a movie in it. Shorty come and cuddle, we can snooze in it. Make it bad, feel good, I can snooze in it. Niggas always tell the lies like the news, but when I was in I feel like the news, I know. Money so long, I can fool with it. So much money, what to do with it? Hold me, closet for the shows in it. Once I had her, I don't want her, so I passed it in the copter. I say fast that then I tryna eat it like dang, he's such a stunner. How he left you such a mama. Summertime, but I'm feeling good. When you feel right, got your leggings on, they feel tight. So I'm leaving down, got you tan, nice, girl, baby, mine. Why is you looking so good? Time just fitting, just like it's your weird. Summertime, but I'm feeling good. Got you feeling right, got your leggings on, fitting tight. So I'm leaving down, tan and nice. Be mine, be mine. Dress was lit, party legit. Okay, little mama, just a lips. Girl, you got it. Move your body. Got me in the chains when you slide like this. So move me like a kiwi. Bad girl like Riri. Can we just get it on repeat? I need your friends and me. I got the drinks, I got the money. Maybe we can turn you in the party. Get teed up, white boy naughty. Baby, no ride, just like a Hardy. Your body, oh my. I just need your time. Time in the sky. Together we gon' shine. Baby, with the drama. Time to bring it to my mama. Dress her in designer. Shawty's always fine. Summertime, but I'm feeling good. When you feeling right, got your leggings on. Feeling tight, so I'm leaving down. Got you tan nice, girl. Why are you looking so good? Time just fitting, just like it's your weird. Summertime, but I'm feeling good. Got you feeling right, got your leggings on. Feeling tight, sun beaming down. Tan nice, be mine. It's summertime, weather feeling good. What you feeling right? Got your leggings on and they feel tight. Some baby down, got you tan nice, girl, be mine. Why you got your leggings so good? Sun just fitting just like it's.
Because they fitting right. I'm just saying. I like that song.
What about that sundress?
Okay, summer dress.
I like that. I like that.
Have me over here thinking about doing a little dirty wine. No.
Right, because we got like that Caribbean feel a little bit, like, you know, summertime.
I like
make you feel
make
warm.
The hips move, make the hips move. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Listen. I'm trying to get a birthday Jimmy Jam going on, so I'm gonna need you to pull up your whole posse and y'all need to perform for my birthday.
Yeah, that song definitely gotta get played.
Needs to be played at my birthday.
Y'all gotta perform that one.
That's actually he just like called me right before I put up, like, I hope you're ready to do this song tomorrow. I'm like, I thought we were just doing this just for fun. Like,
no, you can't make music
out too dope to be just for fun. Chill on me in my ears.
Yeah,
I need you to get that together.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
So yeah, it's definitely gonna be at the Newport tomorrow. Then.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it here with PNB Rock. You said.
Yes.
Okay.
He actually retweeted my I did a remix to his Selfish. And he retweeted it.
Oh, that's who does that song. I didn't know who that's who sung. See,
nobody know who do it, but like they know the song.
Oh, because I'm looking at this picture, like I don't know who this is. Yeah, the tickets is $35. Sir, how long have you known about this performance?
I say about a week or so.
Oh, and you didn't tell me nothing.
A week or so, you should have been hit us up.
You know, like, come on, Luffy D.
I don't pay $35 to come see.
I know. I'm just really.
It's okay.
I'm just gonna jump out of the bed.
We're gonna let you get used to this. Now, come a year later, we better have some type of notice.
Yes,
about these things.
We are supporting you, sir. Listen.
Look, you got her voice carrying. She ready to go off on you.
If y'all don't know, go seeing tomorrow at the Newport Music Hall, PNB Rock. I didn't know that's who sung that song.
Yeah, nobody know. They just know the song.
I don't even know what song you're talking about. So
Selfish. Sing it so she know what song. You know the song.
I know the
song. Want you out of myself. I want you out of myself, I swear.
Yeah, I know that song.
Yeah.
Oh, that's up. Somebody calling.
Who that?
Thank you for calling Curvilinear Radio. Who is this?
Hello?
Hello. Thank you for calling Curvilinear Radio. Who is this?
It's Trouble Kid. How y'all doing?
Hi.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
How y'all doing?
We good. Is he on the song?
That's actually Trouble Kid is the one that was on the hood.
Okay. Oh, you did the hood.
I
like that song.
I like that song.
Nice.
I like that. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a little summertime jam.
Yeah, we're gonna have you come perform that at our summer jam. We're gonna have to get that together.
What's your shot? I can't hear you.
I said we gonna need you to come perform that at our jammy jam.
Yeah, just let me know.
I got you. Sure. Yeah, so you gonna have to come up here and introduce. So you need to come with your whole posse.
I know. I told him I told him once I get my foot through the door, of course I'm bringing them with me. Like,
hey, we like that. Thank you for calling. Is there anything else you want to say? Anything you want to shout out?
Man, shout out to the whole gang, YSC, my boy, you know what I'm saying, Luffy D, everybody, Nando Nate, you know what I'm saying, my audio engineer, the whole 9 yards.
All right, now.
Thank you for calling.
Yo, no problem.
Listen, I want to play the other song, and then we're gonna come back to the subject because I heard a little bit of this song. Tell Me Why.
Yeah, that's actually.
Tell Me Why.
That's actually the first song I ever recorded.
What?
It's Thursday, so I thought I'd give y'all a throwback Thursday.
Oh,
right. It wasn't nothing nice to you.
No throwback.
I thought
you better do a flashback.
Flashback. I made this a throwback because this is
Can't
my
throw it
first
back
song.
too far.
nothing back. So we go with.
He was in the spirit.
Who else is on this song with you?
YSC.
Okay.
That's my little cousin.
YSC.
That's actually who engineered. Besides that summertime song, that's who engineered One in a Million, making movies. He's the man with the plan for it.
Oh, okay. We need to meet YSC.
Oh, don't worry, he coming soon.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right. This is Tell Me Why.
Tell me why we spend so much time on lies. And tell me why bad guys always gotta die. And tell me why in the summertime it still rains. And tell me why we moved on but I still feel pain. Tell me why time goes day by day. And tell me why you say you love me but you do me this way. And tell me why do you even still care? And tell me why I even see you when you're not there.
I never thought I had a feeling, but this girl real tall. She was just a kitty going down the hall, trying to get attention in school. She was just looking at me like another rude dude, trying to be smooth. Hit it with a couple lines like, baby girl, come my way. Let me make you my date. All these girls wanted me, but I told them to wait. A couple months later, we on a dating phase, trying to make her happy anyway. A couple years passed by and we finally shoot. Broke up in the hotel, she flying and shit. Damn, baby girl, man, I miss you. Got me wearing some damn tissues. Man, I really fucking miss you. Yeah, baby girl, man, I miss you. Man, I really fucking miss you.
Let's get back. Tell me why we spend so much time on lies. And tell me why bad guys always gotta die. And tell me why in the summertime it still rain. And tell me why we moved on but I still feel pain. And tell me why time go day by day. And tell me why you say you love me but you do me this way. Every night I'm tossing and turning in my bed. Oh yeah. Swear to God, little mama, I can't get you out my head. I'm praying on my knees. Come back to me, please. Ice on froze. Every time we kiss, yo, let's be freeze. I aim to please. Tell me what it is. I can feel you shaking, girl, every time we kiss. You'll never be the same. Got you screaming out my name. It's the summertime, girl, but somehow you make it rain. So glad you came. Will you scream out my name? So glad you came. Will you scream, mama,
All right then.
Screaming out his name. Okay, that's what he said.
Did you double back?
I did. I was about to play it again. You know, I'm just saying. I like that song too.
Okay, so I got a question. Which song was better, that or Making Movies?
That's a tough call right there.
I don't know. I gotta go back and listen to Make a Movie. I gotta go back and I'll let you know.
Show, we gonna let you know.
We'll let you know.
Yeah.
We gotta bring that back. I don't know.
So thank you for tuning in to Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary JB.
And I'm Kiki with an E.
And it's Misha Miss Hotspot. We in the building with Mr. Luffy D.
Mr. Luffy D, Mama T, and Mr. Maurice.
Yes. We got the whole family.
See, I got all their names right today.
Yes, you did.
You on a roll, girl.
Look, something's gonna happen and I'm gonna end up calling him Luffy in a minute. Watch.
Don't speak too soon.
I'm not even gonna put that in existence. I'm gonna make sure I say Luffy. There we go. I've been practicing. So today's topic is the importance of fathers in a child's life.
Yes.
And I can see it all on Miss Misha's face. I'm gonna let her start it off.
I started debating already today. You see, I started a debate on Facebook today. I think I pissed half Facebook off. I don't care.
We know you don't.
Listen, I feel like fathers are very important in a child's life. There's something that a man brings into a person's life that a woman cannot do. There's something a father can do. There's a love that a father can bring. There's a discipline that a father can give that a woman can't give. Bottom line, my dad didn't have to hit me. Him raising his voice did enough. My mom had to lay them hands on me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you on that.
So it's a difference, and it's necessary. You know, no matter what my mom and dad went through, bottom line, her thing was you respect him, and you're gonna obey him, and you're gonna love your dad. At the bottom line, no matter how she taught that, it's about teaching respect, because then that's how you teach women to grow up and respect men. And other men to grow up and respect other men.
You're right there.
Bottom line.
This is true.
I agree with you 100%. And it seems like now fathers in the home life is being extinct.
Yeah.
It's kind of extinct. And it's not, I'm not saying that you and the father need to be together.
No.
But they need to be there to help you with your children. Yes. And it seems like a lot of women are not willing to open that because their heart is broken by this gentleman that you decided to have kids with.
Listen.
So to me, once you lay down and decide to let that sperm hit that egg, then your wants and needs is no longer important. That child becomes first. So that child's father and you and his issues need to go out the window, because your child needs both parents. And this is only for the father that wants to be there. Some fathers that don't want to be there, we're going to talk about that too. Yeah. But we talk about the fathers that want to be there. That can be, baby.
I'm just saying, that can be prevented. Because like I said today, y'all walking around here laying down with these irresponsible people, you knew they ass was irresponsible before you spread your legs.
Amen.
I'm just saying. You know who you sleeping with, so if
a lot of times
these are conversations you need to have.
Exactly. That's when it's a problem, because a lot of women don't want to open those doors because they're scared of the men saying, "No, I don't want to be with you now," or they so gung ho on holding on to a person that they know is not fit to be a father.
Right.
That's clear. They might be fit to be a toy for you to play with every once in a while, take them off the shelf and have a little fun. But when it comes to longevity, meaning a child, a life forming out of that toyness, that playness y'all want to do, you know darn well that's not the person. So you need to take all precautions that's needed to make sure that you don't have no babies.
Right.
Okay? You know darn well when he left you for 3 days in a row and ain't called you, that he ain't thinking about you.
But you know what? It's some guys out there that are better being fathers than being a man.
And that is very true.
To their woman.
That is very true. And those are the ones whose mother, some of the mothers, I'm not going to say all, some of them give them such a hard time and will not allow them to be in their kids' life because they don't want to sleep with you no more, because they don't want to be with you no more. It's not about you. If that man want to be there, I don't care if he is broke. If he wants to be there, let him be there and be in that child's life. It's not about you, bottom line.
I totally agree.
But that's where you said it comes down to the part to where a woman has to overcome that part. The woman has to overcome the part of her bitterness and like upon the child and realize that child needs. And that's the problem with a lot of the women. They don't. They really still think on their thoughts and no, I'm going to keep my child and not realize you're hurting the child.
And that you are.
Him, you're hurting the child. Yes. The child is the one who needs two parents in his life.
Yes.
Amen. And what you don't understand is out of sight, out of mind.
Man, listen.
Out of sight, out of mind.
And then they keep it on their mind because then they slip up because you bitter. Now you speaking bad about the father to this child. So now we don't have no respect for the father in the home.
You're right.
Because you too busy. Your daddy ain't nothing. Your daddy ain't come around. Why don't you call your daddy? Oh, no good this, no good that. Call him all kind of names. Disrespect that. You are not supposed to do that.
Right.
You know.
Let that child develop their own persona of their
because they paying attention more than you know. And what you don't know is, for y'all out there that's watching and listening and going to watch this, what you don't know, you talking bad about them is not making them look bad. It's making you look bad.
Mm-hmm.
And that child's going to grow up to not like you.
Amen.
My mother, I don't care what my dad did. I don't care how wrong he was. And I saw everything. Not everything, but I saw a lot. She never spoke bad about my father to us. And she never allowed us to be disrespectful because of what we saw, what we knew, and the things that he did. It did not matter. That wasn't your place. That's your dad. You're going to respect him. Bottom line. Now, as we got older, you can address it, but you still had to be respectful.
You can form your own opinion, but you have to be respectful.
You can form your own opinion, but you have to be respectful.
Because if you do it as a child and they're young and you're actually trying to give that opinion to the child of what that, and that child might not feel that way. So it's always best. That's one thing I didn't want to never talk bad about his dad. Where no, you got to see who your dad is, not because we're not together. You'll learn and find out who your dad is, and I don't have to say a word.
Right.
Exactly.
That's just how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be. And I feel like fathers have it so hard nowadays. There used to be such a high level of respect for the man in the household back in the day. No matter how wrong they was, because men ain't never changed. They was still doing their thing. Not all men, but they was still. Papa was a Rolling Stone, didn't come from nowhere. I'm just saying.
Listen.
So, they was still doing their thing. Listen. But there was still a level of respect and revere in the household when it came to fathers, and that's gone. It's getting stripped out. It's getting stripped out because you got the bitter moms. It's getting stripped out because you got people
speak up more
in the child support system. You know what I'm saying? And jail system and everything else. It's gone, and it's sad.
Which is true. It's all by creative. It's all by design.
Yes.
Stripping the male from the household will always make the household crumble. That's why you have children running out there killing each other, uneducated to what is sin. We have to get back to the basics of finding who we are. We're not going to be able to accomplish that by seeking God first.
Yes,
most definitely.
You're right. You're so right.
Listen, I ain't perfect. I tell somebody I ain't been church ain't tell how long, but at the end of the day, you gotta have. If that man don't believe in something bigger than himself, he ain't the one you need to be laying down with. Period.
These are conversations that you must have. Like, I'm sorry. I was watching. I don't know if y'all know Black Ink Crew Chicago.
Yes.
Y'all watch that show?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was watching that show, and there's one. I don't know their names because I'm really not that invested.
You can describe it. I'll probably tell you what it is.
So the ones that just recently got married.
Who got married? Keep going.
He's super tall. He's handsome with a long beard. No. Chicago. He's talking about New York.
Yeah, I know he's talking about. Keep going.
Well, there's two couples that just recently got married last season.
Okay.
They having anger issues right now. They got a kid. So she said, let's go to church because we need God.
Yes.
Okay. And he's saying we don't. God ain't gonna help us, laughing, ha 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 ha.
Like Jesus gonna help.
Okay. So they go to church, and the pastor asks, "Do you believe in God?" And he said no. Why she clutched her pearls like she ain't never heard this before? She said, we ain't never had this conversation, baby. Listen.
See, because I am investing in that show, let me tell you how that whole situation is just wrong all from the beginning. She shouldn't have married him.
She should not have,
because
period.
He is a hoe.
He's been cheating on her from the beginning.
From the beginning. He slept with somebody at his bachelor party.
I agree. Wow. And she found
out was there. No,
but didn't she find out after wedding? Like down. I mean, they were getting married. Knew. And okay, I'm just saying.
But yeah,
I just say that to say this is why you need to have conversations before you decide to marry and have, especially have kids before marrying.
Nowadays, you can't
have to have these conversations
before you even have sex. If you out here having sex, especially unprotected. These are conversations that you need to be having with the people that you are out here having sex with. Granted, you do need to wait until you're married, but unfortunately, it's 2017. Ain't nobody rocking like that no more. So let's be a little bit responsible and think about the person that you're having sex with.
And honestly, even if you don't, and let's say that naive or y'all don't have this conversation. Nowadays, sometimes you need to open your eyes and you're gonna see what type of person. Whether it's male or female, because guys have a problem with these females. You having kids with these women, you sticking your thing up in there without strap up, so pay attention, open your eyes, stay woke.
Listen,
come on now.
Stay
Go ahead, Mr. Maurice. I see you want to say something.
In 2017, I would go as far as doing a background check on the parents of the individuals.
Understandable.
Yes. I want to know what the father and the mother is doing. Because that's 9 out of 10. That's what you're gonna be made up of.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
I raised him when I told him he started. I said, you know what? You need to meet when he started dating. I said, you know how you want to know how that person really is.
Meet the family.
Meet their mama and their daddy.
Go to their house.
It's gonna
have
tell you
dinner.
what you gonna grow up and
meet the siblings too.
Exactly. And that's what I taught him from when he first got into a relationship. If you really want to know what you're getting yourself into, you're going to meet that mama and daddy because all of that'll come out right in the
beginning. Stop moving so fast. Take your time.
My mom used to tell me, I'll never forget, my mom told me years ago, the best lesson she told me about a man. She said, you want to know how a man treats a woman? Watch how he treat his mama.
Yes.
If he don't have no respect for his mom, he's not going to respect you.
He ain't going to. And the thing is that's true, as well as if when you look at their relationship, if he's being treated like a baby,
I was going to say yes, because that can be
both ways.
He can treat his
mama
and then dog the world.
He can treat his mama like that's his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Okay, like I love her. She cooked for him. She washed his clothes. She ironed his clothes. She also almost put a spoon in his mouth and feed him, and probably breastfeed him at 30-something years old if she could. So I'm saying that does not mean that's going to be a healthy relationship for you, because he's not mature enough to be anything on his own without his mama. And so that lets you know he's not going to be there for your kid. Right. Your kid is going to be at mama's house.
Right.
Right. You can also look at how they treat their kids. If they had previous kids, how they father their other kids.
Right. And that relationship right there that you just mentioned, how that moms that are pacifying these boys. That is why it is important to have a father in the home. That is why it's important to have a father in a child's life. Because he needs to get snatched off that boob. Let him go.
Yes, I totally agree.
I've seen both though. I've seen a two-parent household and a son still getting babies because daddy is there, but he's not there.
Right.
But that's why
because the mom
physically active in your child's life, regardless of what the mama's doing. You as a father need to have a separate relationship with your son. Take him out the house. Mama can't always be there. Take that son out the house and teach him how to be a boy, how to be a man, grow up.
And the mother needs to also allow him to discipline. A lot of these moms don't allow, they undermine the discipline of the man.
They do.
Are we speaking of the man in the home or out of the home?
Both.
I mean, history, that's the ratio of a man being in the house is very small. 9 out of 10, the man's not in the house, once again, by design, because they know, that's why you see the homosexuality of men running rampant, because a man's not in the home. Mm-hmm. That's by design. take him out of the home and then their house will crumble. You got women raising men. I mean, can a woman raise a man how to stand up and urinate? I mean, no, because she can't get pregnant by herself. Right. It takes two. We
got a call. Hello, thank you for calling Curvilinear Radio. Who is this? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, thank you for calling Curvilinear Radio. Who is this?
This is Rich.
Hi, Rich.
Hi, Rich. Hey, Rich.
How are you? Are you calling to talk on this subject?
Yeah, I just saw it on Facebook, so I thought I'd just go ahead and add a little input.
Oh, yes, please do. Where are you from?
I'm from Jersey, but I live in Ohio.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Talk on this subject. We want to get your point of view.
I don't know. I just saw a couple of your questions, and and then I just think, right now, especially right now, in this day and age, fathers is really important. I came back here like 3 years ago, and the north side of Columbus is really not family oriented no more. And we keep having fathers being absent out of their children's lives. We really have to seriously think about what our kids grow up to be, or how their mindset gonna be. Right now, the young generation has no respect for the older generation, and I'm gonna have to say that's probably my fault as well as any other man that's around my age. We got a lot of lost kids around here, and they turn into a lot of lost teens, and lost teens turn just to lost adult. So when the numbers get big, it wind up becoming bigger than what it is. And now when it's getting out of hand and everybody want to find somebody to blame instead of looking at themselves like, maybe I should have did more, whether I was the parent or not. But, fathers is one of the key things that we need to keep families together. We don't need no more division. And, the more division that we get, the more chaos we're going to have.
Right about that.
Sometimes, that young man needs that father figure. That young woman needs that father figure. The first man in any young woman's life or any woman's life should be the father.
Right.
I grew up, without my father, and, I was young out here and thought about the girls and all that. Well, maybe God cursed me by giving me two daughters that, now I got to look at, how am I going to go ahead and get other men to respect women and respect these young women out there? And then at the same time, how to make sure my daughters don't wind up being one of these young lost women. It's a little bit bigger than people trying to say, oh, that's my child. First of all, it took two to make it. So it need to be two to bring them up.
This is true.
Amen.
So right.
I don't want to bash women or anything, but I'm just saying, like, for a lot of the women that's out there saying that they don't need no man in their life, especially when they have children, I think they should think about that.
I agree.
Whether they got a male or whether they got a young son or they got a young daughter, a man is important. There's a lot of things that men, and I'm talking about men, there's a lot of things that men need to teach their children, whether they're a boy or a girl. And some things that some women just can't teach. Not saying that you're not capable of doing the job of raising them, but saying there's certain things you can't teach a child. So, give a man a chance. A man. I'm saying a man. I know Bev. I know dude. Not no side piece. None of that. You're either going to have a man around your child's life, in your child's life, or you're going to have everything else. And everything else don't seem to be working.
Right.
So, fathers' roles in society today is real slim right now, and to a point right now I feel like, a lot of black men ain't respected even when they try to be good fathers.
Amen.
Knowing how hard it is for them to find a living for themselves and then still commit to, contributing to their child, whether it be financial or, moral support or anything. It's hard. So for the good men out there, the ones that want to be fathers, the ones that's not just trying to be around so they can get that good income tax money, the good fathers, I think they need a break. You know, I'm not saying like they need to get a vacation or something, but you know, men get beat up so much. You know, like, and there is bad dudes out there, but men get beat up so much. You know, can y'all really determine who's a good father and who isn't? Because, you know, the way everybody else looking at it is just like, oh, men ain't no good. And then when the father's trying to go ahead and become the men that they need to be for their child, but the child constantly hearing about how men is no good, how can they respect their father?
You speaking.
It's a little bit bigger than just maybe a brief conversation. It's a little bit bigger than sitting there and everybody looking at one side. It's bigger than that. It's a big picture. Everything takes place, you know, where it can go ahead and affect everything else accordingly, like a domino effect. When the fathers is not in the home, the kids get wild. When the kids get wild, they go against their mothers. When they go against their mothers, they become lost. Then the mother is heartbroken, and maybe even worse than that. And then all of a sudden, all of the homes is just gone. There is no family structure no more. Yep. So I just wanted to add my little piece into it. You know, I'm not no genius. I'm not no doctor. You know, but I observe well, and I have children of my own. I pay my child support like a man supposed to do, and I try to contribute as much as I can. If that ain't even trying to be a father, I don't know what the definition of being a father is.
And
you just spelled it out, sir. You just spelled it out.
Yes, you did. And you keep doing it.
How old are you, sir? May we know your age?
My age?
Yes.
I'm 43.
Woo, woo. That's a grown man. Yes.
You keep doing that, Dad. You doctor father. You keep doing that at 23. I tell you what, because you on the right path, and you tell the rest of these men.
I got a son that's getting ready to graduate college next year. I got a daughter that's getting ready to graduate high school, and she's gonna go to college. I got a young one that I'm trying to make sure, despite what happens between me and her mother, I'm trying to force my way to be in her life. And, you know, everybody has life choices that they've made, and it affected them differently. Yep. And if everybody just get on that one thing, that, you know, trying to handle the main picture. The main picture is not about the couple or the two people that had the relationship. The main picture is just what you're going to do for the child. Amen. You can sit there and beef with the partner all day long. But the one thing that's important is make sure you maintain it for a child. And, you know, like I said, it's bigger than that. That means, you know, no bashing of each other, you know, in front of the child, you know, no sitting there knocking what this man could do or what the kid's mom is doing. It's being able to work together. So, you know, once I feel like I said a long time ago, when this competition between men and women comes to a dead end and they start coming together, I guarantee families are flourish way better than what they have been now.
Yeah, most definitely. Listen, we're gonna have to have you come on.
You can't build a family structure off of drama.
Yeah, you might
have a strong one at that.
We're gonna have to have you come on.
So, you know, if there's any, you know, young men out there, you know, I would tell them now, especially if they're fathers, even if you can't afford them Jordans for your baby, which you probably shouldn't be buying, time is just as important as them J's.
Exactly. Amen.
Amen to that. Rich, listen, can you hear me, Rich?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just a little light.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to email us your information because we're gonna need you to come on so you can speak some light into this young youth. Okay, so if you can, please email us at Curvilinear Radio at gmail.com, please, so we can get your information because we would love to have you on so you can educate our youth today because they need some word and wisdom from our elders, you know.
And meanwhile, until then, you keep continue spreading that word out there in the street.
Yes.
Pull these young brothers to the side.
I'm gonna try, but you know what? On my Facebook page, I put a lot of stuff. I mean, I try to be mean. But, you know, even since I've been back here, I've always said what I've seen in the city that I didn't like. You know, I even gave warnings like, yo, check your kids. And for the work that I do, I see a lot of young men throwing their lives away. every day. Every young black men throwing their lives away every day. And just to go ahead and let these dudes out here know, especially to anybody young that's listening, the streets is a lie. So, what they tell you out there in the streets, when they're in that box, they say something completely different and they act different. Right. So if everybody stop, getting up with this TV stuff and start focusing on their families, they won't have to worry about that. What's going on in the streets. Well, it's sad to see that. It's sad that I got to walk out of here every day to see young men begging and panhandling and doing God knows what to go ahead and make it out here. And somebody needs to help them young men just as much as they're willing to help them young women. I just want to put that out there, but I'm going to definitely go ahead and, I got to get that. You know what? I can get that information. I got no problem getting that information. Definitely have more input. I have no problem. Yeah, I'm not going to never stop speaking on it.
Well, we thank you for calling in.
We are on Facebook, Curvilinear Radio, so we would love to have you on one day soon. Thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate you.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you too. Yes.
He was spitting that knowledge.
He spit that whole talk.
I mean, it's nothing but the truth.
And I ain't even a man.
And let me tell you one thing that I have a problem with what he said. Not about what he said, but what he said.
Okay.
So he sounds like the ideal father out here. He doing what he's supposed to be doing towards the kids and stuff like that. But yet this man is still on child support.
Still on.
I don't understand.
Listen.
It's stuff like this. It's like that breaks up homes and give hard times and parenting relationships when you put the system in it.
Yep.
I mean, if he don't really need to be in the system, from what it sounds like he got it figured out. Yeah. Why is he still in the system?
Why?
I don't care if this man was in the system 15 years ago.
You could take him off.
Exactly.
Yes, you can take him off.
Exactly.
It comes down to the bitterness and obviously.
Exactly.
You can take him off. And for you women out here that ain't got no kids and you screaming, oh yeah, I'm gonna put him on child support when I get. Let me tell you something. He can't live with you while you on child support.
Right.
That's why it snatches the men out the home. You can't get child support and he live with you.
And it touches my soul when it comes to this child support thing and these fathers because I'm not gonna lie, I got 3 baby dads. Mm-hmm. My oldest son's dad, he's no longer here. The streets took him. So I got 2 baby dads out here that honestly, the last one, he do what he can. My daughter and son is not his. They just came from down in Georgia, because that's where he lives at. And he did their thing with them down there. They come up with new clothes, new shoes. They came up with new clothes, new shoes, book bags. Mm-hmm. I mean, they got hooked up down there. So I don't really have too much to say about that. But ain't none of one of my kids' father is on child support. Because I'm like this, I'm not the bitter soul. I look at it like this. Child support is also a hindrance.
Yes.
And sometimes when a father can only do so much.
Yes. You're restricting them even more.
Exactly.
Because then if they can't pay it, now you risk them going to jail. You risk them losing their license. How they gonna get to work? How they gonna save the baby?
Now they're not passing me no money.
If you're gonna lock him up for non-support,
exactly.
Then what's this catch-22? How's you gonna support if he locked up?
Exactly.
And that's what you charge me with non-support.
And let me tell you how sensible
at the same time.
I am again. My middle one, some time ago, I wouldn't even say bitter. I was just fed up.
Yes.
And not really like caring.
Better than bitter is 2 different things.
Not really caring. But then when this man became $11,000 in arrearage when it comes to child support, is he really gonna have $11,000 to exactly? Right. So therefore, I went down there and I wiped it clean, gave him a clean slate.
Yep.
Real women do real women things.
Especially if they handing you money for the child anyway. Thank you. That's what it is. You all out here having babies with these little girls. Y'all out here having babies with these little boys.
Mm-hmm. And just using the system.
And using
whether they're using it for welfare, they're using it for Title 20, they're using it for child support. You just use it.
They want that $12 rent.
You got to take into consideration that a lot of women don't have the say-so when you are getting public assistance. Right. So there is also a double side to that. If I go downtown and I ask for assistance because you as a father is not helping me, and then they're going to ask, who is the pappy?
I don't know.
You can't just say you don't know.
Yeah, if you ask for money,
no, you can't.
If you ask for money, they want to know who the pappy is.
His name is going to
It was a one-night stand.
If you going down there asking the state for money, then they're gonna ask.
They're gonna ask you.
I know this from experience.
But I understand.
Anything
That's
else?
why I know women who refuse to get on assistance because they refuse to be forced
but sometimes
to do that.
You have, and that's when you have those women that will work hard and do what they have to do to
you do
support
what you
their
gotta
child.
do.
But you have
Especially
some women,
if he's a man that can do what he can. He may not be able to do, because some of these women's standards is outlandish. If he just because he can't meet your standards doesn't give you reason to go slap him down on child support.
I agree.
If he's participating,
showing an effort,
and he's there, if he's there more in the kid's life than he got money in the bank, who gives a damn?
That's what
now, if you got a man, now I
time.
feel you. If there are men out here who are very capable financially to take care of their kids, and the women are struggling. Yes, go put them on child support. You help me make this baby, you gonna help me take care of it because you got the means to do it. And it ain't because I'm bitter. It's because I need help. But for the ones that they can't do it, you know they don't have no means. I've never understood going to put a man on child support and he ain't got no job.
That's to force him to get a job.
Right.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
But
I'm saying
I understand that.
If you are bodily able
but if he didn't go
to
get one when you got pregnant,
Right.
what
Hey,
makes
why
you think?
Hey, I don't.
Because there's those,
It's a very fine line
some of those
between-
men who won't go get a job. Guess what? They don't care about going to jail.
always
Now you ain't getting nothing.
It's some men who will quit their job. I'm talking about
They quit their job. Now you
I've seen it.
then you raise the argument. Oh, you want to piss me off? Okay, I'll quit my job. You won't get nothing. They can lock me up. I don't care. Now you ain't getting nothing.
Support
Now
should-
you really got to be by yourself because the little checks you're gonna get from the state.
Support shouldn't be just equated to money.
It shouldn't.
Exactly.
I mean,
No.
what about the the football practice you show?
Yes.
The honor roll assemblies you show up.
Yes. Homework.
Support is equated. It should be equated more than just monies.
Yes.
It's time. It's love.
Yes.
I mean,
But money is very important.
It is.
important because that
It's also
football.
It's a football registration fee.
Listen, it's very important.
This single mom and out here fundraising to make sure my baby plays football. I'm just saying, a little help would have helped, but
it do.
He came
It
back with
does
some
help.
shoes for school. He came up with some, other things that'll
Me
offset
and
my
my
money a little
child's father
bit.
are not together. We have been together for over 2 years. Okay, my child's father and I kicked him out, and he ended up moving to Pennsylvania somewhere. Okay, so he does not help consistently, but he helps. He does drive down here and spends quality time with my child.
Okay.
Now, do I need more? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Am I going to go down to downtown to put him on paper? No, I'm not. I'm just not that kind of person. I've never been that person. As long as you're showing me that if I call you and I'm like, yo, I need it. Not playing with you. I need it this time. And he'll say, okay, I got you. It won't be when I need it. I might have to wait another week.
Right.
But I know eventually it's going to come to me. We have our own agreement where it's comfortable. I don't have no problem with the system if it's actually helping and not hindering your situation.
Right.
Some people need that because in some states when that woman gets pissed, you over here giving her money monthly and she go down to child support, they not gonna ask about what you paid last week and the week before that, the year before that.
Unless you
they
got receipts.
Say,
Y'all better keep your receipts.
The receipts mean nothing. Some states they don't care.
Well, some states
states don't care
That's why
about
y'all need
that.
to read y'all's
If you
laws.
bring receipts, they gonna say, well, that ain't on paper, so that don't mean nothing to me. So you gotta start all over, rearage 5 years ago. So you owe us $10,000 now. So that's why I'm saying in some states, in some situations, to protect a man from not having to deal with that in the future, then yes, you might want to go down and put your own self on child support because sometimes they're a little more lenient on your income when you do it yourself.
Or get custody,
child
right?
support shouldn't be the first go-to.
It shouldn't be the first go-to.
It should be
it
a
should be a
co-parenting class.
conversation.
Let's try that. Can we
It
go
should
get
be.
some
They out
counseling
there.
together as parents?
They out there.
So that we
They
can
are.
coexist
The
as
person gotta
adults
have
raising
Get you
this
a
human
mediator.
being.
want to.
They'll help you.
Get a
you
mediator. That should be the first go-to.
Yeah.
You know, it shouldn't be, well, I'm going to go put you on child support. No, go get help. Because obviously you need help too.
I agree.
But that's the difference between women my age and women y'all's age. Not calling y'all older or anything, but I'm
I was
saying.
about to say, hold
yeah.
up.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I get what you're saying, but see, it's not even, you can't even say that because I'm going to be honest with you. This has been my stance on this subject since I was 14.
Yeah.
So it's not even an age thing; it's a mentality thing.
Yeah, I
mean, because the age
saying,
really don't matter. Because I done met some dumb 65-year-olds.
Yes,
Listen,
no, I'm talking about like predominantly my.
But you know, his dad actually went down there and put himself on child
and there are men that do that.
And as he got older and he had his, I took him down there and told him to go put yourself on child so we can get so it don't come up in the.
I ain't no child support though.
But it worked out to where
my kids love me.
To where,
how many kids you got?
I got 2 little girls and a boy. I just had a little boy.
Right. Look at Luffy.
I knew he had kids.
You got making music like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
1 in a million, making
movies. Baby, that's a baby maker right now. Okay. In the jacuzzi.
Sorry, Mom.
Oh.
But no, one thing I try to preach to them as a dad, like, because one thing my mom did to me, and I feel like every parent should do, and a lot of people wouldn't agree with me, my mom gave me the brutal truth. Our dog was sick. What happened to our dog, Mom? He died.
Dead.
Yeah, dead. Mom, where I get this from? Me. No Santa Claus. I mean,
me too. I don't do Santa in my house.
Like, I done had a whole conversation with my daughter, and she's 9. Her birthday was what? Monday? Tuesday. I told her, because she said that her dad's going to live forever. Like, I told her, like, no, it's going to be a day where your dad ain't here. But I also looked in her face while she crying. I told her, like, no matter where I'm dead or alive, I'm always going to be here to love you. And I try to preach that to my other 2 kids. They just like, they're my 9-year-old is grown. Or she tried to be. But the other 2, they still kids, so they don't really care. So I don't got to talk to them like that serious. I'm like, you just want some ice cream? That's what they want. But my 9-year-old, she really, matter of fact, she actually said she loved y'all. She told me to tell. Yeah, she told me to tell
her
y'all.
too. We ain't even met her.
Kayana.
Hi, Kayana.
Kayana. I like your name. It's very close to Kiara.
And I promise, like, there's no bigger fan than her. Like, she's usually in the studio with me. And sometimes I be having to catch myself, like, what I'm saying on the song, like, wait, I'm like, go upstairs real quick. Let me finish this verse. But she's always there. And she's there to tell me, this song whack, Dad. I don't like this one. Or I feel like the girls are going to like this one. You keep this one. And she's been rocking with me since I've been doing this. So, like, 9 to 5 is cool. And I'm going to do that because that's what I have to do. But I'm chasing the bigger dream. I'm really trying to make this music. So I don't want my daughter to have to feel like what it feel like to be with some dude that ain't going to probably be around. I'm not saying money going to bring that. But the chances get a lot better when you got more money. So.
So we're gonna take a quick music break.
Yes, we gotta take a break. We ain't gonna get no music played.
Okay.
This subject.
I'm about to play Making Movies so we can decide which one we like better.
Got a couple questions. Here we go. Come back.
All right.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I just wanna make you feel special enough, like every fella should make his girl feel. Can I watch your body in the worst way? Plus I found out it's your birthday. Baby, let's do a little foreplay. That ain't more, it's a 12 play. Dealing with niggas that ain't shit. I need what's in your panties, I'm so anxious. Wanna hear your bones out loud. Got that UFC love, girl, you about to tap out. I believe that what you do with me. All up in the bed making movies. Getting you ready in the jacuzzi. Let's get it weekend so. I believe that what you do with me. All up in the bed making movies. Getting you wetter than a jacuzzi. Let's get it weekend so woozy. Take you on this merry-go-round. Turn your phone off, it's about to go down, down, down. This lady a little bit older. Don't think this young boy can't mold ya. I got ways to make you say my name. Wanna find out, let's play this game. Baby, will you rain on me? Your body and your mind is where I want to be. I'ma give you all of me. Tell me, shorty, are you ready? Oh yeah. I'm lay back while you do me. All up in the bed making movies. Getting you wetter than the jacuzzi. Let's get it weak and so woozy. I'm lay back while you do me. All up in the bed making movies. Getting you wetter than the jacuzzi. Let's get it weak and so woozy. Damn, baby. You really put it on me. Purchase your tracks today. I didn't know you can get it in like that. Oh, damn. I don't even think I'm about to leave now. Why you put it on me, shorty? I need another round. I need more. I'ma lay back while you do me. All up in the bed making movies. Getting you wetter than the jacuzzi. Let's get it weak and so woozy. I'ma lay back while you do me. All up in the bed making movies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Getting you wet, making movies. Why you do me? Why you do me? Why you do me? Why you do me? Do me. Do me. Do me.
Now listen, the mic's all. No, we ain't trying to bust the YouTube speakers out.
Chill on me, little baby. I'm just saying. Thank you for tuning in to Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary JB.
And I'm Kiki Whitney.
And it's Misha Miss Hotspot. That was Luffy D. We in the building.
Making movies. Now
so
you
listen,
asked us, hold up, before you
which one? Yeah, which one
did you say? You said summertime or this one? Yeah. Summertime, baby. Listen, I like this one though. Don't get me wrong.
This one,
I'll
but
play both of
summertime.
them. But summertime just got me the one to
make the
do
hips
my little
move.
wine a little bit.
I mean, of course, sex sells in the music industry.
Of course.
But my songs, what I'm really trying to get to a female's point of perspective is, yeah, I'm trying to get in your pants. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is the number one.
Honest.
Yeah, I'm honest about it. But
you gotta respect honesty.
But I'm gonna be here in the morning. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I want to.
Ladies, he's single.
In the moment.
And he's saying that he want to get in the jacuzzi. Okay. And I don't mean a water jacuzzi. And
you definitely achieved it with making movies.
Baby, listen, he gonna be there in a moment.
Goal has been reached, sir. Just saying.
Listen, we're gonna get back to this.
He started it. Luffy started it.
The importance of a father. Go ahead with your questions, Ms. Misha.
Well, these are the questions you have, but I have a question for the fathers in the room, since you would probably be more inclined to answer this. What can men do to influence the mother to allow that bond to be nurtured?
Honestly, I think first the man has to understand the woman to be able to coexist, communicate. That's what a man struggles trying to understand a woman. That's why we can't communicate. That's why you walk out the door slam. So I think we have to understand the species, both and in reverse, and learn to coexist and not fall into what you see on reality TV, because that's just not it. The young brother that was speaking earlier is we need to get back to family. That's how we're gonna turn this mess around.
Right.
Okay.
On my point of view, I look at it like, as a man, you got to go above and beyond. Like my son, I didn't think he was mine, and she wasn't trying to give me no DNA test. Then my oldest daughter, her mom tried to take her away from me. But me and my mom, we was in the courtroom every week. We fought. Yeah, we fought. I'm sorry.
Yes, please.
We fought for them, basically. Like, I understand women got way more power than men. Like, that's a fact. But when you really want something, when you really love somebody, you're gonna do whatever it takes. You don't stop. And I'm young, but I feel like it's a lot of dudes my age and older that just, oh man, I'm gonna just pay my child support. Because I did pay child support a little bit for my middle child, and she would ask me to get her stuff. And at first I was like, man, I pay your mom child support. No. But then I thought about it, like, my daughter didn't put me on child support, so go ahead, get them shoes that you want. I mean, men, you just gotta do that. You just gotta go above and beyond. You just can't finish the race. You gotta finish the race and run more. So,
that's called being a man.
Exactly.
Amen.
I mean,
Mama, see, you raised a good man.
Yeah, she raised a good man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that, but she raised.
You are on the right.
But he's on the path.
Yeah, you on the right path.
And I'm grateful that he knows that who his father is. He knows who his true father is up in the skies and what talking about.
Without God, I
that
can't
he
do
comes
nothing.
above and there before everything. So I'm just grateful to where like he knows that, and he knows whatever I told him that because you, as a black man, I want you to do this for you, your children, your community, for this world that you are to be left in as I leave this world. I want you to.
I only got one major goal in life, and that's to make everybody love me. If you don't love me through my music, love me through me. Like, before I die, I want everybody to love me.
That's not going to be accomplished.
I know.
Personally, I just scared and say, man,
I know, and that's something I was dying trying.
Exactly, because people hate.
You know what I'm on?
They have to respect
and love Jesus.
And of course, but you know the same thing with Jesus. He died trying.
Okay, but
so I'm gonna die trying too.
When we ain't nobody,
that's not a bad.
No, I ain't trying to compare myself to Jesus, but I'm saying I'm gonna die trying.
That's not a bad goal. That's not a bad goal.
Meaning they hated on him. You know you ain't better than him, so why you think you ain't gonna get hated on? But you still
I know I'm gonna get hated on.
But see, the path the goal that you have is going to lead you to live life like him.
Yes.
Because you want to love and you want to spread love and you want everyone to love. And that makes a big difference. And that's the problem with a lot of people. We walk around hating each other. There's so much hate in the world.
Yeah.
And that's
love
what
would
that.
cure a lot of things.
My insight on nurturing, what I feel us women need to do.
Yeah, I was going to ask what y'all would think.
I personally feel like as a woman, to what we need, what fathers need to do to help us assist with nurturing is that you have to have an open mind to a conversation. And that means both ways, okay? And you have to be willing to take criticism and direction. And I'm not just saying from a woman, just pointing, telling you what you done wrong. I mean, it bothers me when men just allow women just to spew out and then they hold in and they hold in and they hold in. And then when I finally say something else, then you want to say, well, you didn't say that 3 weeks ago when I did it. When you know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to be direct. If I do something, I feel like women, if you, men and women, if you feel like a woman is doing something wrong, that's causing you to not want to be there, speak on it.
But be respectful.
And be respectful about it. You don't got to call her out her names. Well, ho, you this or be this. I can't stand you.
We're going to talk about that next week.
Baby, listen, we're going to talk about all of that. But I feel like both parties need to be open to a dialogue.
Yes.
You need to be able to, I need to tell you, hey, when you had the kid this long, blah, 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 I didn't like how you did that. Or when you gave me $50, that wasn't enough for me. I needed $60 for this. And if you the type of person that you don't feel like what is being spent on your child is being spent on your child, speak up and do it respectfully.
Right.
You don't got to say, I know you're spending my money and getting your hair done. You don't know that. You got to be clear on what is going on and speak on it. Don't just hold it back. So I feel like that is something that's going to assist with allowing y'all's relationship to be family oriented. Because to me, any family, if I have a dispute with you, I'm going to talk to you about it. We're going to hash it out, hug it out, have dinner together. That's how you do it. You have a good conversation. You have to be.
Because because a lot of these women, let's be honest, y'all asking for money from these men and saying it's for the kids, and it's not.
It's not.
Right.
You have to be honest. That's why he gives you a hard time to give you money, because you're not spending it on the kids.
And it's so crazy, and they'll actually go and put it out on the Facebook and all of these.
Yeah.
They see that you're not spending the money. They see what you're doing with the money, and then you wonder why they don't want to do. And like I feel with on both sides, because me as a mom and me as a mom who has a son. So I always felt like I can't do it because I got a son and he's going to grow up to be a man. So no matter what, I'm a woman, but I still have a son who's going to grow up to be a man. And he needs to, so I always look out for his behalf, and I always be like, yeah, I can't just think, because me as a woman, we know how we women can be.
Yes, we do.
So
yes, we do.
You know, and that's where I've always had to be like, I have to ride that fence because I got a son, and I'm not gonna let no woman play my son crazy. So, you know, I have to just be that way. We're like, yeah, I'm always had to ride that fence. Like, yeah, I want you to be all right, you be respectable, and you don't have to worry about those things. So that's
what you got to say, Mr. Maurice.
I agree with all y'all. Communication is key, absolutely key to longevity, but also we kings and queens, and it takes a queen to make a king. So we got to stand up and wear our crowns proudly. I mean, in spite of what the devil tells you, he's lying to you. God knows He created who you are. We kings and queens. Right. A woman has to play her position. A man has to play his position.
Amen.
But we have to coexist together, you know, to make it work.
What's the word say? When I was a child, I spake as a child. I acted as a child. I behaved as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Amen. Right.
Y'all childish.
They hold on to them
childish
things.
Some of y'all real childish, not petty. Childish.
There's a difference.
There is
a big difference.
How about just pick up the Bible, read it, take a scripture.
Right. Have a conscience.
Listen, do something. Pick up something and read it.
You have to. It's nowadays our youth is really using stardom, famous people to dictate how they should act and how they should treat women. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, these rappers is not out there calling their mamas hoes and bitches, okay? And I promise you that the woman that they put a ring on, they ain't calling them no hoes and bitches. So quit allowing these rappers to give you this glorified view of that's how you're supposed to treat
But you have the ones that are showing you how. You've never, out of all the years, and Snoop Dogg has used bitch more than the next man, but he ain't never threw it at his wife. Ice Cube, T.I. Even though they going through their thing, he has never disrespected her
name. And it bothers me to see people take their especially when it comes to family and your children to Facebook. Stop.
Please stop.
Stop that.
Please stop.
Please stop it. And please stop. How I want to say this. Okay. This is two scenarios. If you have a woman who has your child, okay, your child is well fed, well groomed, has lights, have toys, has activities, has everything under the moon. You don't have the right to say that she can't spend your child support on a bill money. I'm just saying. There's a difference. Okay?
Well, first of all, the bills are for your kids to have lights, gas,
I don't care.
Water.
Even if I don't spend it on it, and I'm spending my whole check on my child that week, and then your child support come 3 weeks later, and I want to get my hair done.
Hey,
I'm going to do that.
Listen, Linda.
That's the difference, because you took care of business first.
But these men, that's what I'm saying. There's two scenarios. These men are mad because now your child support come in, and now I got my hair done, but your child's hair is done too. But you mad because you think I took your. You don't know what I did with my check.
Right.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. There's always a situation where those things may happen. Now, if your child ain't groomed, look a mess, house is roach infested, your kids look like a bum, they can't breathe nothing, they can't really talk good, and they just run around looking like they a homeless child. Then
but they know every song on the radio,
and they know every song on the radio. And the mama's out here twerking on Instagram, she twerking on Facebook, her hair is
they know how to work a Snapchat.
She at every daggone club, she got a new outfit every Friday. Now, them is the mothers that you need to take downtown
and put on child support
and get your kids. Because them kids is not being well cared for. Quit allowing these women, just because they women, to go do whatever they want to do with your child support money. Please. Those kind of women are the ones that you need to pay attention to, not the ones that have their house all the way together.
Right.
Clean, your kids is good, your kids can read, all of that. Those are the ones that you need to lay up off on, okay? But these women that ain't taking care of your child, them is the ones you need to get custody of your kid. Quit allowing the courts because you don't want to go to court. Like Luffy D said,
you need to fight. Come with it now. Quit laying down.
Man up.
Man up. If you feel like that, if you feel like your baby mom taking your child support money, like I told you, my daughter came to me, even though I'm paying child support money, you still got to do for your kid.
Amen.
Because your kid is not putting you on child support. And some dudes really be thinking that. They be thinking like, well, I'm on child support, so why should I have to buy her some shoes? Right. Why should I have to buy her some new clothes?
That's your job.
Yeah, just because they put you on child support don't mean your kid did.
It's a very fine line.
It is a very fine line.
Between all the scenarios, because all type of people in the world are just doing right, not doing right, and you know, it's just it's a real.
You know, I
thin
seen
line.
a video online on Facebook. I shared it too, and he said at the beginning, he said, you know, God gave man the first thing that God gave man was responsibility. Period. He didn't give you a gift. He didn't give you a dream. He didn't give you a woman. He gave you responsibility. Period. So it's called man up and take responsibility. You was man enough to lay down. You was man enough to have a baby, to make one. So now be man enough and raise it.
That's what that means. I mean, if you lay
Bottom
down,
line,
the point
if you man enough to lay down and you know you ain't
the,
using no condom, I don't care what y'all say. Y'all's pullout game ain't always that strong.
Baby, listen.
And condoms only 99.9%
accurate.
And birth control only 99.9% accurate. And let's be real, half of them make on birth control. And the morning after pill don't always work. So as long as you laying down,
it works with the other 20 men that they had sex with, they get pregnant.
And I don't care how long you've been sleeping with the same person, it still can happen. As long as you are having sex, there is a 50-50 chance you are going to have a baby. So if you are not responsible enough as a man to want to step up and take care of that child and be in that child's life, screw money. I don't care if you're broke today. If you are not going to be man enough and be in that child's life the way the child needs you to be, you don't need to be having sex.
Sound good.
Period. None. Right. You need to make sure you got the best condom and all the birth control morning after pills laid up. You need to have a package ready to go.
To not do it. Okay. How about
best
that?
thing is to not do it. But y'all out here just slinging, just nasty.
Just nasty.
Just raw dogging everybody.
Raw.
Nasty.
For real. Linda, out here with football teams.
If you aren't able to man up, then your lotion need to be your best friend with your right hand. Okay?
If you don't want to go get a job, don't be out here making babies.
Let's just stop that. Period. So our next question.
Yes.
What can men do to influence a mother to allow? No, that was your answer.
Yeah, I asked him.
What do men need to do to help build the father role?
That's a good one.
Answer that question again.
What do women need to do?
Men need to do.
What I said?
You said what do men need to do?
Yeah, what do men need to do to help build the father role?
Be there. A lot of times it's not a real hard, simple. It's not really a hard thing to do. I understand sometimes women don't let them in, but there's a lot of men out here who just don't be there.
Because they don't know how.
And I was going to speak on because a lot of them didn't, because they didn't have anyone.
If their father wasn't there, who taught them? If their father before him.
But it comes a time when you just grown as hell, you should know.
Yeah, you would think that, but you see about women, you think about women that have children, that they would, the instinct of being a mother would automatically be
in their mind.
But it's not. I see a lot of young women struggling on being a mother because they don't know, and we can't expect just because they come into that situation that they're in that automatically they're going to assume the role of a man, or she's going to assume the role of a woman. That's we're expecting too much, and that's where we're making a mistake at. We have to teach,
right?
We have to educate, we have to edify, or we're building a ditch right along our children.
Yes, which is why I don't like the child support system. It's not that I don't agree with child support. I don't agree with the system. I feel like
where would the world be without child support?
I feel like it can be approved. See, they made it for profit. It should have been to rebuild the family structure. So even though y'all can't get along, yes, y'all about to financially support this child, But now y'all got to go to parenting classes.
Oh yeah, rules and regulations definitely need.
Now y'all got to go to parenting classes so you know the proper.
I was about to say that
you have a blueprint on how to be a parent individually and how to be a parent together.
Because there's some men out here that do pay child support and don't get to see their kids.
Yeah,
which is
ridiculous.
How about they do that at birth? When the kids coming into the world,
and like I said, me as
sign them up for classes.
Boy, I'm like, I'm not going down. We're not going to go down like that. I'm going.
I don't even think that should be allowed. The courts shouldn't even allow somebody to be forced to financially support a child, but unless they are causing bodily or physical, if they're causing physical, mental harm to this child, then or to the mother, then no, they don't need to be around them or needs to be supervised or whatever you got to do. But if that's not the case and they're paying child support, there needs to be rights for them to be able to have
it be mandatory.
If you dictate a check on how much I'm going to pay child support, then you should also already have a chapter where I give visitation.
Period.
That should automatically be coincide.
As well as be able to, as well to be able to claim the child on your income taxes every other year.
Yes.
Right.
Because there's young men out here paying child support who don't even know that they have the right to claim their child and their taxes.
But it has to be either agreed upon or in court in a court document. Because if the mother gets mad that year,
which is
we
why
ain't got no document saying that I said that you're allowed to.
Right.
So that's what you
which
have
is
to
along
have
the
that
lines
in
of what's wrong with the system of child support.
I agree.
Those things need to be incorporated, and we as a people and parents, I feel like should be able to step up more and do something, whether it's to go down. People need to do something. We as a community need to do something to fix the system because it's only for profit. They don't care about this man not being in his home with his kids. They don't care about this woman not being at home with their kids. They don't care how them kids turn out. They don't care about none of that.
And
every dollar they getting on for somebody's child support, they getting $2 in place of it.
That was a liar.
Right. I feel, and I wanted to also, when we're talking about building a father's role, women need to assist with that as well.
Yes.
Okay. Women play a big part in, especially if the father does not live there.
Yes.
Okay.
It starts with respect.
And it starts with respect, and it also puts your feelings to the side.
Period.
Bottom line. When your child asks to speak to his father, don't say no.
No.
Let that child call his daddy. Let that child go over.
The only reason you should be telling him no is because he at work.
Exactly.
But that goes both ways, because I have been in an incident where just because he cannot be with me, then he's distant.
Right.
I have not put him on child support. I have not said you can't see your kids. But just because you're not with me, you take it upon yourself to, at one point it was you not getting your kid because you think I'm going to have too much free time to myself. Yeah. These are incidents out here in the world. Yeah. And then it's another time where they feel like you got it handled. So therefore I don't need to do nothing. And they just bitter on their end.
They are.
And they feel like since they're not with you, I'm gonna go ahead and let you handle that. I'm gonna go ahead and let her suffer. But as you see, I don't suffer, honey. But that's their mentality. Sometimes out there. It's so many different cases and scenarios. Like I said, it's a very thin line.
Those kind of men bother my spirit.
Yeah. But see, those are the type of men who did not have a father.
They did.
They didn't have a father.
I take that back.
Or they didn't have a good one.
There you go. But some do, and it's just depending on
a man.
A real man. Or it depends on that man and what
makes
type of mentality
difference.
he developed as he became a grown man.
That came from his atmosphere and his lifestyle and what he saw and what he learned and what he was raised around or what he grew up around. And it's sad because the community it used to be, it takes a village.
And these were good men when I was with them, because I don't pick bad men. Right. So they were good when I'm with them.
We don't aim to pick bad men.
I would never even have knew they would act like this
when
we're not together, because they were good when we together.
Right.
Soon as it separates, they separate.
Men, now I'm not gonna say all men, because there's some good ones out there. I swear to goodness,
women do it too.
And I'm just waiting for my king to walk through the door. But anyway,
he coming, honey. He coming. Before you even can realize, he gonna be standing right there.
There's some good men out there, but there's some men that like to put babies in women because they know that those women are too good. And they don't want to share them. They don't want them to go out and be with somebody else because they're not men enough to fulfill that king role. And they know that. So I'm going to get her pregnant because then I'm going to be tied to her forever. She gonna have to call me. She gonna have to.
And then they get one of a mom like me that just turn that whole, flip that whole upside down. Everything you thought was gonna come out of this.
I'm telling you, I know many men that have done that. Okay, I know men who have done that, and it disturbs my.
Yeah, that disturbed me because I wouldn't have. Listen, you cannot be in my life
because then they'll be like, "Well,
you just gotta pray on it because soon as you think he ain't that type,
I can always go back. I can always call her. She gonna need me. Yes, it's men. I mean, it's some mentally deranged people in this world, and you have to be careful with who you lay with.
Them. They become
but for those
you have to be careful with who you lay with, and but that's why
it's some Mitches out here.
It is. It's some wolves in sheep clothing out here, baby.
It's some Mitches.
They'll treat you like you a
y'all know what a Mitch is.
It's some Mitches out here. It's definitely some.
Don't watch that Kevin Hart.
But for the women,
I never had to.
Crazy.
For the women who do not have a psycho maniac for a baby's father, if he's there, you need to help build that father role. You need to speak life into that man.
Yes.
Amen. You have to
stop speaking death on these men. You don't even realize. First of all, as individuals, we need to realize how powerful our tongue is. It's the most powerful tongue muscle on your body. If you don't believe it, Google it. It is powerful. Stop speaking death on these men. Stop wishing bad things on them. Stop speaking badly about them to or around your kids. Stop speaking badly about them to your friends, to your family, to another man. Because y'all do it. We all do it. We all have done it. If you don't do it, you have done it. Stop doing that. You know, you have to, in order for the kids to respect them, the respect has to come from you first. And that's whether he's there or whether he's not there. And if you do have a man in the home, I feel like to help build the father role, allow him to be a father. Make him be a father. My mom used to tell me all the time, she used to have to make my dad discipline us, especially me. My dad was 6'4", so he was scared he was going to kill me. And I had a mouth like a sailor. Not cursing, but it was bad. I had a smart mouth. And you still do, so it's okay. It's very toned down. Very toned down.
No, you're just allowed to say the things.
Yeah,
I've learned how to.
She controls her
control
mouth.
my mouth
before she speaks.
Yes, because I used to not think at all. So, but she used to have to make him, let him know you have to discipline them. You have to, because they know I'm coming. But when I'm not around, what you gonna do?
I tell him he didn't want to.
He realized it one day when I turned him out in front of his friends. Then he got it.
Yeah. I'm the disciplinarian. First of all, I always think all children need some kind of discipline.
They have
shows
to.
Love structures and all of that is part of life and what's going on.
Tough love is real.
Tough love is real. Because every time I used to whoop him, I'd be like, why I whoop you?
Yep, I had those conversations.
I thank my mama to this day for whooping me. Yep. Thank you.
Well, I put her out. I put Kayon out.
Yeah.
I brought it right back in like 10 minutes. Like, come here.
Well, we all know dads are suckers for girls.
Dads are suckers.
Y'all suckers.
My child's father is the same way. He doesn't discipline her as much. I mean, he fusses at her. He doesn't whoop her. Right. He fusses, and they have conversations. Like, what is, he's more of a vocal father. Like, they'll talk on the phone for hours. They'll text for hours because he doesn't live here. So I got her a phone just for that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you communicate with your daddy. I'm always, did you call your daddy today? Did you text your daddy today? Because he be at work, and sometimes he, it'll be hours before he'll get to or whatever, but at least text him, say, good morning, daddy. Have those, I want to have that open dialogue, and me and him have conversations.
When
I ask you for money and you don't got it, don't mean go MIA for days. Still speak to your child, at least call her. Yes. And we had those conversations, and he'd be like, thanks, Mary, I'm sorry. I think as I got older and since we've separated, our conversations have been way smoother because, for one, I've grown. And I feel like once you realize that y'all aren't healthy together, then your mindset should be totally different. Don't force something on somebody just because you don't want to be alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't force that situation. Because if it was up to him, we would still be together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I know healthy-wise, for myself and for my baby, she don't need to see me being mad at you or angry at you. She doesn't need to see that.
Right.
So I would rather us be apart than have that negative energy in the home around your child.
Right.
My mom and my dad haven't been together since I was 3. Okay, so I never had that home father and mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, never, ever. Right. My dad would get me every weekend. Right. He barely spent any money on us on the weekend, but he would get me. We would sit on the couch, watch football. Didn't even like football, but he made me watch football. You know what I'm saying? Watch boxing. I love boxing. We would watch boxing, old school boxing, like the VHS, old school boxing. Yes. Yeah. So it's like those moments I remember. So that's why my daughter and her father will sit and play games the whole weekend. But like he would come to town and play. They be playing all kind of. I'd be like, take her out somewhere. Go to the park. No, right. This is what we do.
But see, that's important, and that's what I need these fathers to understand, that your role in a little girl's life is so important because how you are to your daughter is that's the man she's going to go look for. Exactly. It's a saying, and I didn't believe it when I was getting married. I did not, but it is so true. Every daughter marries her dad, a man like him. Every daughter not marries him, but she goes after him.
It's either she's going after something the same man or opposite of what her father is.
But also, it affects her relationships with men. It affects how she treats men. It affects how she looks at men, how she talks to men. Same for the boys. And I feel like even more for mothers who have boys, it's more important for a man to be in their life because there's nothing a woman can do to teach a man how to be a man, a boy how to be a man. Yeah. Nothing. You can try your hardest. You can try your best. For those of you who, like Kiki said, you got one they're not with us anymore. And for some, they don't have no other. That's it. That was that one. That's it. It's unfortunate. Have some type of man in their life. There still can be. They don't gotta be the biological father to be the father to the child. I'm friends with plenty of men who took in babies that wasn't theirs and raised them like their own.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
My brother is one.
My
brother don't have no kids of his own, but he has a daughter. And she knows him as dad, and he's had her since she was little, and it ain't changed. He's there at school performance. He's talking to her. She got his number. He takes her, spending money, and it's no question. There's no hesitation. They don't have to biologically be connected.
And ladies, when you do get a man, you have to evaluate this man,
Lord,
because he is being a role model for your kids. Yes. They're watching him, and it's just because be more in love, not in lust. You have to be mindful of these men that you're having around your children.
Yes.
I just want to go to say, I'm a brother. We gotta hold each other accountable. I'm gonna hold my brother up to make sure he's accountable. But I'm gonna go back to what this just said. It's time to put away childish things and be a man. I also want to read a quote before I can end it up from Muhammad Ali, who says, "The man who views the world at 50, the same as he did as 20." Has wasted 30 years of his life.
Yes, amen. So makes sense.
Rest in peace, Muhammad Ali.
I know that's right.
That man spoke truth all the time.
All the time.
And that was the truth. A man who sees the world at 50 the same way he did at 20.
He ain't learned nothing.
Lost 30 years of his life. Let me tell you something. I know some of them men.
They out here.
Some of them women.
Women
right, exactly.
Men and women.
Yes. Who view their life the same way they did.
Yes.
You haven't matured yet. I'm like, we about to be 50 years old.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, listen, I'm 34, getting ready to be 35. I ain't got time for those games no more. When we was doing that 1920. I ain't got time for. I ain't have time then. I really ain't got time now. Not at all. My patience and tolerance.
And when you done grew up a little bit, and they have it when they be like, you acting funny.
Oh, okay. Listen, girl,
no,
you preach it to the choir.
Listen,
that right there, that line, don't do that.
Comes a time in life you just gotta let go, let God.
And I tell them, I am acting brand new.
And me maturing, God has touched me in my heart and soul and made me mature and turned me into a different person. And that's the path that I'm taking.
I had to grow.
Anybody who says that to me, I just look at it like, I don't really,
that just tells you about them.
You have to grow up at some point. You can't stay in the same place. I mean, you just can't.
Right.
If I was the same person I was 10 years ago, I'd be in jail.
Me too, baby. Who you?
If my attitude was the same, I sure wouldn't be on this radio show.
Sure would.
We probably wouldn't even be friends for real, Mary.
Who you telling? I wouldn't have looked at you twice.
Probably not. I'm just saying, you gotta grow at some point. At some point, you have to grow up and take responsibility for all of your actions.
Be accountable.
And I just want to say this because then we got to go into our specialties because we got to wrap it up soon. So I want to say this: if you are a woman laying with a man, you need to, before you even have a child, before you even really think of conceiving, you need to love yourself.
Yes.
Both man and woman. Mm-hmm. If you haven't found who you are as a person, you should not be trying to mate with anyone
at all.
Okay? Not at all, because when you don't love yourself, you're not going to be able to love that baby that's growing inside of you. And if that man decides to leave you, you're going to be a lost soul because you haven't found who you are as a person. I was so blessed that I waited until I was in my mid-20s to even get pregnant. Mm-hmm. I was on the verge of finding who I was by the time I had my daughter. And when I had her, it was like an epiphany. Mm-hmm. Like I just woke up like, all that other stuff that I was doing prior
didn't even matter.
Don't even matter. The arguments that I was having with her daddy didn't even matter. Like this right here is who I was made for, her. This is my purpose, being a mother. Mm-hmm. And then everything else just started aligning the way it's supposed to because I found who I was in that moment. So if you aren't aware of who you are, women and men out there, please stop trying to make these babies. Please stop doing the things that happens with you. What's supposed to happen when you have a baby?
Listen.
Okay? Stop it. Wrap it up.
Accidentally having
put a lock in it. Put an IUD in it. Whatever you got to do to stop having these babies. Pop a pill. Stop. Please be aware of who you are as a person before you start having these babies. Because when you do, I'm telling you, things get a lot easier when you know who you are, and you don't allow the little petty things that other person is doing to trickle on your child because your own insecurities and your own issues is causing you to be bitter.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into my specialty.
What you got? You brought something?
I told y'all I was going to bring my brushes.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to talk about lipsticks. So last week I told y'all about blending. Okay, please do that. So I brought two of the things that I use. I love them to death. I mean, I wore them down, so I got to get me some more. But this is the brush that I was telling y'all about that helps blend. Okay, around your eyebrows. I use this all over my face. Actually, it's a concealer brush. Okay, so I use this all around my face. I use this one to actually put the concealer on my face. Some people like edge brushes, but I don't. This is actually a shadow brush. Okay. But because it's so flat, it really helps when I'm trying to get my lines right with my eyebrows.
Gotcha.
And then I take this one that has layers. And you can see it has all different sizes of brushes. I use that and I blend it under my eyes as well as under my eyebrows, so I can get the concealer to actually blend it with my skin. I told y'all, please do not have your concealer just popping out on your eyebrows. Blend.
Well, that's a new thing I noticed on TV. I've been paying attention to the makeup on some of these reality show people. What's the high cheekbone glow? That's that contour.
That's contour.
That's contour with that high cheekbone glow, and
that's
walking around looking like somebody's award.
They use and highlight that tissue paper that I posted. That's what that is. They put it's called a highlighter. They rub it and then make sure.
So that's the thing to walk around just looking highlight.
Jesus, so much.
It is.
It's so much. It looks like you had surgery.
But that's the point. They like that. they like that look.
They want to
That's
look
why
botched.
they want to use the contouring into their cheeks to make their cheeks look smaller, contouring around the chin to help with the double chin.
That sound like some of drag.
And nose, they do.
That's what they do.
And then the nose, that's where they learned it from. And then the nose, when you have bigger nose, some women don't like their nose, so they contour. Or they put, if you have a pointy nose, they'll put contour right under their nose, and it shortens the point.
You know what all that sound like?
A
job.
Yeah, it is a job.
Job. Like
makeup is a job, baby. Listen, you better get. So I also wanted to talking about concealer. I wanted to talk to you about the lipstick. It's called Cover Stick. Okay, it's a lipstick actually, but it's a concealer. So if you have like dark pigment in your lips, and you want to do like different shades on your lips. For me, I have problems with the middle of my lip. Like the texture of my middle of my lip does not keep the lipstick. It always fades. It always fades in the middle.
Let me find out you got a smoker lip and don't smoke.
I don't. It's because I'm always talking. My lips always moving.
I'm kidding.
I almost went to the left with that, but
I know you did.
Leave that right there, Miss Misha.
So like you put this on your lip, as you can see.
I'll say that for next week.
Who put that on your lip?
You can put this on your lip, right? And then you can put your lipstick on top of it.
Oh, that's like lip acrylic.
So it kind of helps
fill it out, or
fill out, and it helps
to
keep it.
Lighten it up.
So like if you want to lighten it, or if you have like this, for me, it helps to keep the lipstick in the middle of my lip. So like if I dab this in and then I put that on, it stays on. And I also wanted to show y'all, I was telling y'all about
what was that last one called?
This is actually called a Cover Stick by Wet and Wild.
Of course.
Chill on me, little baby. So it's actually a concealer, but you can use it. I've used it on like my cheeks right here when I do just to, if I want to add a little extra to my face. But I also, when I have certain lipsticks, I like to put shadow on it, and it actually helps your lips pop more.
Okay.
So like I actually will put it on, and it makes it more of a matte. So like if you put it on the lipstick itself, it can change colors. You can do little things to it to help it pop. I don't know if y'all can see that good because the lighting in here, but it helps with your pop. You want to make it pop a little more. So I like today I put gold on it, and it kind of help it pops a little more. So I did that with Misha. Popping, locking. So I did that for the photo shoot with Misha. I put the green lipstick, and then I put a little gold in the middle of your lips. Babe, you was pop locking on them. You know what I'm saying?
I just sit there like a guinea pig, just let her do whatever she wants to my face.
Hey, that's what I like.
She ain't gonna have me looking crazy. So.
Sure not for my photo shoot. So that's all I got. What you got, Miss Kiki with an E?
Well, a couple things. Y'all know this. School's about to be back in for some. It's already, but this weekend is tax-free weekend for that school stuff.
Oh, it's this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend. So go get that. Get the kids together for school, and
you should get tax breaks all year round.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But
I heard with the tax thing, they don't really give you that much of a discount. They hike up the prices.
I never make it out there, honestly. I'm just spreading it.
Me either. But go ahead. What else you
got? Also, I don't have too many things. I know we're running kind of short on time, but since it's August now, I wanted to wait and share this with you guys. But at the Columbus Convention Center, they got what is called a Jurassic Quest. And it's Jurassic. The dinosaurs, like, you got to see it. Go to JurassicQuest.com and you'll see it. I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and the realistic.
Where is this at?
The convention center.
The convention
center? And the way these dinosaurs is looking, it's going to be something. I might have to take my kids to this. But it look like they can ride on a dinosaur and everything. It doesn't quite say, but you gotta say go to JurassicQuest.com and they should have all the information you need right there. And I hope y'all still out here being active with these kids. I know the summer's winding down, so get on out there and make the best of this last month, couple weeks with your kids.
Yeah, my baby go back to school next week.
Yeah, this weekend also the radio station 107.5 got the 1075 special. It's on Beezy.
Oh yeah, I'm going.
So you know it's gonna be stacked.
I don't
but
know. I was trying to either go to Detroit or there. You know, Detroit come out this weekend.
You going to see that?
I want to see it.
I don't know.
I want to see it.
I need to see that in my house.
I know I'm
when I can't go out afterwards for like 24 hours.
It's a real life story, so I know it's gonna be.
Those movies I can't go outside after I watch them.
Oh, I'd be all puffy and stuff.
Girl,
no, I'd be mad as hell.
Oh man. Oh, it's one of those movies. I don't quite know what you're talking about. It's one of those.
It was during the riots.
Yeah, it's not good for me to go outside after that.
Gotcha. And also, when it comes to Zoombezi, the zoo, you take the bus out there, $10 during the summer. Take the bus out there, $3 for the zoo, $10 for the Zoombezi. That's the whole summer. So get on the bus, save some gas. You know, the kids love the bus. They be thinking it's an adventure when they be on the bus.
Well, my daughter was over there taking pictures of everything.
Listen.
Like, click. I looked at her phone. I said, Kyla, somebody's head for real, Kyla? Okay, what this building do? I just want to take pictures. Like, you just taking pictures of anything.
Oh, and make sure you drink some water. Yes. I got mine. I'm about done. I need some more. But anyway, what you got, Misha?
I got a few things. So this weekend, of course, make sure you go see Mr. Luffy D. He's going to be with PNB Rock at the Promo West, the Newport Music Hall. And that's going to be tomorrow, August the 4th. Tickets are $35 general admission. Skip the line for $55. And also tomorrow, for those of you who ain't too scared to go to the fair, they are going to be having a concert there. Joe with special guests Ro James and Kevin Ross will be in the building. That's at 7:30 tomorrow, 7:30 to 9:30. Sorry. First Fridays is tomorrow. So those of you who missed First Fridays, they back in Columbus. They've been back now for a few weeks. So First Friday Summer White Affair tomorrow. That's going to be at 40 East Long Street. That's at 9. It starts at 9 p.m. Maybe you can make it through that. Unless we're going to Akron. Because you know the Ohio Hip Hop Awards is tomorrow in Akron. But the Rat Pack gang gonna be there. Y'all see we rocking the Rat Pack. We got y'all, boo.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all, I missed the memo, but no.
It's all right. We got love. We got love. It's all good. She be busy. All right. So Saturday, for those of y'all, make sure you come out. This is all local artists. They're gonna be I Soldier's DBLK concert. It is free. This is part 3. He's done 3 of these. They're free at the Rehab Tavern, 456 West Town Street. That's from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Saturday. That is free. You ain't got no excuse. Go support your local artists. I'm trying to go. If y'all ain't know, get I Soldier on Pandora. It is fire. Huh?
When is it?
When is this concert? For Saturday.
Oh, I'm free Saturday.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. Saturday, 10 o'clock. I get off at 10, but I'm rolling in there as soon as I get off.
Well, hit me up. I roll.
And that's
I sure will.
Right?
I sure will. A few more things. I've got. For those of you who like comedy, Lunel. If y'all don't know her, she was in Cat Williams' show that he did where he did like a movie. You know, the one with the short blonde hair with the long nails.
She's off the chain.
Now, she's going to be at the Funny Bone on Wednesday, August the 9th. So for those of you who want to go, she does have a very potty mouth. That's my girl, though. She be getting them in. So she'll be at the Funny Bone on Wednesday. All my 80s babies that love our 90s music.
Turn up.
We've got the 90s Fest on August the 12th, Saturday. Get your tickets. It's through Eventbrite. We're going to have TLC, the Black Street, and more at the Columbus Commons. That's August the 12th. It's Saturday, 4 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Our face
going to shoot us that day.
But hey, our face going to already be
11. We can go after. So we got to look up the tickets on Eventbrite. Yeah, I might have to go do that. Go get me a jumper.
Listen, when I tell y'all about our photo shoot, this photo shoot is about to be
about to be fire.
If y'all thought our 4th of July shoot was hot, when y'all see this one and the concept that I got for this one, baby.
I'm just Mary's canvas.
All right.
I love it.
I
love that y'all trust me so much because I'm telling y'all.
Because the messages we get, we be like,
Right. The picture she be like, I want this look like.
Then she go post up on Facebook. We looking for men.
Yes, we looking for a man. I need arm candy.
She put that up. I was in her inbox quick. So
I put the eyes out there like, let me find out.
What we looking for?
Listen, the lineup that we have is definitely
it's gonna be nice. It's
going to be nice. So I can't wait for this one because it's going to be maybe political a little bit, you know.
I'm gonna need a revised list of that lineup too.
All right, I got 2 more things. Tickets are still on sale. I know I haven't been mentioning it, but if you guys need something to do with your loved one, you want to get your boo thing. If you missed the prom, you didn't get to go, and you are a fan of the Roaring 20s, they're having the Roaring 20s putting on the Ritz prom August the 12th. Tickets are still on sale. That's from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. Saturday, August the 12th. Yeah, it did come fast.
When?
Saturday.
Next
same
weekend.
day as our shoot.
Dang.
I know it's going down Saturday.
Yeah, I won't be.
But on the good side, Kendrick Lamar's coming to Columbus. He will be at the Shots Center, the Damn Tour with YG and Dram, August 22nd.
I'm about to say, don't say August 12th too.
No, August 22nd. It is a Tuesday, but he'll be here. Starts at 7:30.
Where?
The Shots Center.
Ooh, I'm about to see how much the tickets is.
Yep, tickets are by Ticketmaster.
Ah.
Yeah, so that's all I got.
Oh,
that's all I got.
Hot spots.
That's all I got.
That was a good
Luffy
list,
got a new album because he did send me that. Somebody actually responded to my post because I was trying to get new albums that was released. And tell me the name of it again because I don't have it in front of me.
The Mind of Luffy D.
In the Mind of Luffy D. Make sure you go get that on SoundCloud. And
that mind might end up pregnant. So please take note of this show. Please take note of this show on how to conduct yourself as a mom and father.
And any other artists, if y'all got albums, I need y'all to start sending me. I know it's the summer's coming to an end, so I know y'all getting ready to drop music. Drop me y'all's albums, the titles, when they're releasing, so I can make sure we pump that out for y'all and get y'all to support. I know Mary got some things in the works coming up soon for her birthday.
For my birthday.
I definitely y'all gotta let me know. Like,
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you all. It's gonna be.
Let you know. Don't worry about that.
It's gonna be all the way live. I'm trying to get a lot of. I'm not a lot, but I'm trying to get a few artists to come. Definitely do a couple songs.
She said,
and we're gonna go live.
You just gotta tell me what song you want me to play.
Oh, baby, you already
Summertime
know.
is one.
Summertime. 1 in a million.
Yeah. You might even have to do making movies.
Because hopefully by then I have. Sorry, no.
Hey, how you do to make it a movie at the end of the night? You know,
that's gonna be toward the end.
You know.
That's gonna be
toward
the
that
end.
was a throwaway.
Oh,
making movies.
No, making the movie got to be at the end of the event. You know,
that
folks about to go home.
Way out the door.
You know, that was a throwaway song. I wouldn't want to do nothing with that.
That was a throwaway?
Yeah, like I just did it because I'm like, man, I ain't made a little sex song in a minute. Let me throw this in.
Well, since it's no longer a throwaway,
we appreciate you for not throwing that away.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna throw it, I'm gonna give it to y'all before I even.
We need more R&B like that because you know we can't pick. I can't pick up an R. Kelly CD no more. It's just not.
Yeah, I'm done.
You know,
we
don't have our Jodeci no more. We don't have our Silk no more. We don't have Jagged Edge been trying to hold on. We don't got our Boyz II Men no more. We got Luffy D.
I'm trying to give y'all's R&B, but still keep it for me.
Yeah,
hey, I like that. I like that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I like
that. We love it. So next week,
we gonna get in some trouble.
We gonna be in trouble.
But we gonna be with the shits.
We gonna be with the shits. I'm telling you. So we gonna have Mr. Scopes, Mr. Hot Hands, and Problem Child.
It's going down.
We about to turn that building next Thursday. All three.
It's about to be an interesting 2 hours. We may not get no music play with them fools.
I'm gonna have to get a bell or something because
we need
sign language to tell them to shut up because we
just gonna have to cut them off and just turn the music off.
They gonna be
next week might be a little rude. Just want to let y'all know.
Next week might be a little.
They ask for
it. If you are sensitive to petty, definitely don't tune in.
Don't tune in. And if you're sensitive to a couple cuss words,
definitely do not tune in.
Otherwise, tune in.
If you're sensitive to sexual innuendos, you definitely might not want to tune in.
So,
but really, y'all want to tune in.
But please do tune in.
But definitely tune in anyway.
So our subject is dating in 2017.
Yes.
How men and female approach each other and how to speak to the opposite sex.
Lord, no.
That's so we're going to have to talk about it because we're going to have to educate our sisters and brothers on how to date properly.
And educate
and how to speak to each other properly, because sometimes the way I'm being approached, I'll be like, Lord,
we're gonna tell y'all, we're gonna give y'all scoop on what to say and what not to say.
Lord, that's how you speak to a lady. Lord, I just can't. So
you kiss your mama with that,
baby, girl. Like if you was in person, your whole teeth would be next to you. I'm just saying. So hope y'all tune in next Thursday. Thank you so much for gracing us, Mr. Luffy, Miss P, and Mr. Maurice. So I'm so grateful that you all came in, and Mr. Rich for calling in. And what was your friend's name?
Trouble. That's summertime. That's
summertime. I need all of y'all, if y'all are listening, to please hit my email, curvilinearradio@gmail.com. I have September pretty much open on Thursday, so if y'all are open, because our days are going fast. I'm telling y'all,
we fill up this calendar
real quick. Our calendar real quick.
That's my birthday month. I gotta get in.
Oh, when's your birthday?
The 21st. I guess.
Guess when her birthday is?
Mine is the 22nd.
Ours is 23rd.
Listen, so I'm trying to have this. The 21st is the day I'm trying to have that Thursday. I'm trying to have my party here, live stream at Suite 300 upstairs. They have a stage and everything. So George, if you're listening, you see we got people lined up.
We already in the making.
We already in the making. We already got an audience and everything. So.
He be ignoring us.
He do, but it's okay. I'm gonna hit his inbox in a couple days because I already did this morning. So he already knows. So
he love us.
He do. So again, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you. We will be back. Curvilinear Radio, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Thank y'all again. We're gonna go out with another one of Mr. Luffy's songs.
Play that one you played last week.
Which one did I play last week? The new one that he gave me.
Man, that's right.
Right, he be hitting me with stuff, and I'll be like, "Oh yes, thank you, Jesus. I like that song." What? Get lit? Yeah. Yeah, let's get lit.
Hey. Yeah, I know. I just got out though. Maybe we can do something. The beat plug. Girl, you got me feeling some type of way. You got me feeling some type of way. Sit down, girl, let's talk about your day. Yeah. Just tell me what's on your mind. We ain't got a title, but your mind. We can just vibe and spend time. Baby, I know you've been stressing. I can tell by the way you was texting. Let me clear your mind. You're a diamond, so just shine. You're a diamond, so just shine. Let me be the one who gon' hold you down. I'm the one in your dreams that's going down. Your body on my body, we can get it in. Your body on my body, we gon' get lit, yeah. We gon' get lit. We gon' get lit. We gon' get lit. Your body on my body, we gon' get it in. Baby, come close to me, please. I'ma take you to ecstasy. Them other niggas can't do you like me. Dive up in your ocean, come out with the sea. I just wanna feel your wave. I know you came here to play. Sexing every night and day. Baby, won't you come away? Cause I'ma put you on the counter. Get this money, baby, count up. I know exactly what you've been missing. All the cuddling and laying down and kissing. I know what you really about to do. Open the legs just for a better view. Baby girl, I'm a veteran, I got you. You gon' be talking about the things that I do. You got me feeling some type of way. You got me feeling. Sit down, girl, let's talk about your day. Yeah.